Welcome back to Everyday Elevations, the podcast where we turn ordinary outcomes into extraordinary results. So today we have a very special episode. I'm on this event called Potapalooza, and I had a chance to meet with a gentleman by the name of Rick Anson, who's been so gracious this time to come on here and hop on for a little bit and talk a little bit about biohacking and peak performance. Rick, I love if you can give a little background on who you are and what you do, and then we'll jump into it from there.
Yeah, Jason. Thank you. Thanks for having the show. Hello, everybody. My background is from athletics. So I played Division One soccer in college, and I played semi-pro in Europe for a couple years. And I was always interested in how do I perform better, right? How can I jump a little higher? How can I run a step quicker? How can I think a little bit faster than someone else to gain that competitive advantage, right? Because when you're an athlete at that level, is one little thing makes a difference to get a pro contract, and that's carried over into 25 years of formulation, product development, and into 2024, everybody now uses the terms nootropic and peak performance, right? And there's so many people out there talking about theories and principles of success and how to, whether it's the 2 step or 8 steps or wherever it is. What I focused on in my career and what we have right now are physical products that complement what people's theories are, whether it's Gary Brecka or it's Tony Robbins or these people who talk about theories and principles, but they're not proven, right? They're not, there's not, it's not physical quantitative, where we have products that match that, and these people can sell into that actually increase your concentration, increase your focus, increase your cognitive ability through physical products so that you can achieve more, you can perform better if you're at an event, at a sporting event or everyday life, a job, or if you're at a seminar to better yourself or personal development. That's what we focus on.
Yeah, I love it. Can you tell me a little bit about the products themselves? Like, let's say one that your company created that could help advance that peak performance.
Yeah, so we own a company called Euphoric. It's Uforek, right? It's euphoric.com. It's we say it's an exceptional health and wellness company because we have very unique products in 5 global billion-dollar health and wellness categories. And the first one is brain health anti-aging, right? So these are products that whether it's a drink, like example, like this goated drink, goat stands in athletics, stands for greatest of all time, right? So this is a goated drink, has 4 different blends. It's a clinically proven beverage for brain health, eye health, recovery, and energy all in one drink, right? So we have ingredients that are clinically proven to improve your vision, to protect your eyes from blue light, right? We have nootropics, 4 different nootropics. Nootropic is a dietary supplement or an ingredient that has a cognitive benefit, whether that cognitive benefit may be better attention, better focus, better memory recall, right? Anti-aging. Everyone's looking for better mental performance out there. And then we have caffeine that comes from plants, so it's green tea caffeine, so it's natural. And then we have vegan gummies that have the same ingredients, nootropics that help you perform at a higher level, at a longer, sustainable level. And a lot of them uses natural ingredients to increase your dopamine level. A lot of people are familiar with dopamine and serotonin, but dopamine is a natural uh, process in your body that elevates your mood. So you feel euphoric, you feel good. People take products all day to increase your dopamine, whether it's a cup of coffee increases your dopamine, having, physical activity, going to the gym, going for a marathon, those increase your dopamine levels. People are always looking to elevate their mood naturally without any drugs or dangerous side effects, right? And that's what our products do. And then it goes into something called biohacking, which you mentioned. Biohacking, a lot of people, think biohacking is this very deep neuroscience and all these different things you have to learn over 6 months or take a special course. Like it's I was on Biohack Yourself. It's a Netflix documentary. My products were featured on that show along with some major biohackers. But it's important to say, like, biohacking is simply taking things around your life on a daily basis that can improve your life. That's all biohacking is. Give you an example. These glasses, I don't need reading glasses. These glasses are blue light blocking glasses, right? So I'm on the screen all day working. I'm blocking out the blue light, right? That's why I wear them. They're not prescription. They're protecting my eyes. That's a form of biohacking. It's that simple. I wake every single morning. I have 2 glasses of water with salt because I immediately hydrates your body immediately, right? It's that salt is a natural electrolyte. You don't need Gatorade. All these drinks are filled with chemicals and artificial dyes and sugars. Just good, pure water with some salt is an immediate, like I'm talking within 60 seconds, immediately hydrates your body, gets your electrolytes in your body, coats your stomach as well, so that when you drink your coffee, if you drink coffee in the morning, coffee is extremely acidic. You do not want to just wake up and drink coffee. If you just drink coffee first thing in the morning without drinking water or having something light to eat that coats your stomach, all you're doing is tricking your body. That caffeine is just tricking your body, so you naturally don't have your natural body. We all have natural energy. It comes from ATP. The ATP is generated in our cells every single day. You should wake up having natural energy. But people slam coffee, it's acidic, it's very bad for you, especially on an empty stomach. And all you're doing is tricking your body so your cells shut down your natural source of energy because the caffeine came from the coffee. I'm not saying don't drink coffee. I'm just saying prepare your body in the first hour you wake up so that you're healthier and you function better. That's a form of biohacking. There's so many things. Wearing the color purple or violet, which is known to be the most important color to wear because it helps you with your mood elevation. That's a true thing. That's a form of biohacking, right? You don't have to go crazy 6 months of all these clinics and stuff. Most people do not change their daily lifestyle. They don't want to. They can't, right? It's too hard for people. That's why people don't lose weight, or they lose weight and they gain it back. It's their whole life is because they have to dramatically change their lifestyle, and it's too hard for people. So those are this biohacking tips. Those are things. Our products, I think, are very beneficial for health and wellness in terms of weight loss, cardiovascular health, in terms of cannabinoid health, CBD, even Delta-9 THC that help people with true health and wellness benefits. That's what we produce, and that's what we sell in Euphoric to help people with health and wellness, certain forms of biohacking, and ways that people can take products on a daily basis. They don't have to change their lifestyle. That's so hard for them to do, but it helps their overall quality of life.
Okay, I love it. So I didn't realize that biohacking was just so realistically pretty darn simple. It's just finding ways to make your life easier and to make yourself better. Like, for instance, until probably I started this podcast, the reason why I started my podcast, by the way, is because I wanted to better myself. I just had a son in December, and then I started the podcast in September. I was like, I'm not happy with where I'm at right now. Something's not working. Let's figure it out and find a way to hold myself accountable, thus a podcast. But I started creating new habits because of this, because I wanted to find better ways to succeed. For instance, I get outside in the sun first thing in the morning. So I'm up, usually I'm actually up before the sun. So by the time I'm coming back working out, because I'm getting ready for a bike ride now across Iowa called Ragbri. And that's a 400 plus mile bike ride. And so I get up at 3:30 in the morning, go ride my bike. And then by the time we come back, the sun's out. When I first start, it's dark, but that already naturally gives me an energy boost besides just the exercise. Even if I just go walk outside, I find that that sunlight hitting me. Naturally gets my brain fog cleared. I don't need coffee. I enjoy coffee, so I still drink it. I'm one of the ones guilty of drinking it too soon, I think. Not since I've been doing the bike ride, but naturally I would normally drink coffee first thing in the morning. It's not because I needed the energy, it's just because I like coffee.
Yeah.
Um, so that's a tip that I'm going to take to heart is salt in the water. I'll make sure that I do
Put
that
some salt in the
first.
water, hydrate yourself, and then eat something light, whether it's a little cup of yogurt, maybe it's some berries, maybe it's a piece of toast, just something light. And then try to have your coffee, 45 minutes or so after you wake up, after you coat your stomach. It'll protect it from the acidity, and it'll let your body wake up and start getting some natural energy as well, where you're not just shutting down your body's natural energy cycle because you're just pouring in, synthetic caffeine. And some coffee synthetic caffeine, some of it's plant based, but it's very hard to tell. In the United States, it's very unfortunate that coffee can have mold. You've heard there's so much mold in our coffee. 100%. In Europe, there's no mold. It's not even legal. If there's mold in Europe, in their coffee, they ship it to the United States. It's crazy. So just those things. It's just, and you can go from that simple biohacking all the way to, a 8-week course in biohacking. But most people don't do that because, again, it's so hard to change your life, and you'll need to. You just need to figure out what makes you happy and healthier, and those are things that help you in the term of biohacking.
Love it, love it. Well, I also want to be cognizant of your time here because I know we all have other meetings and things like that going on. So if there's anything that we didn't get a chance to touch on in this honestly brief podcast, I'd love to give you a chance to talk about that as well as give people opportunity to, if you have links that you'd like them to check out, any ways to reach out to you. I'd love for you to go ahead and speak on that as well.
Oh, thank you. Um, yeah, I think you got the definition of health and wellness is so broad, right? It can mean something to different people. Everything overall, the biggest category underneath health and wellness is mental health, right? And there's so many different variations of mental health in itself, right? But we were talking about health and wellness in the podcast last night. That health and wellness can be personal development, working on different things, in your body for better development or personal health, personal development. So it's important to what makes you happy, surround yourself with what makes you happy. My first hour of my day is hydration. I take my dog out. I love to play with him, right? It's natural, doesn't cost me a penny. I don't turn this thing on for a whole hour, at least after whatever's on here is going to be here in an hour, right? And half the stuff that's on here is fake anyway, fake IA, fake news, or it's it's not podcast, it's some Instagram that's not even real anyway. And half of it makes you feel inferior because you're not as good looking, or you're not as rich, or you don't have a yacht with 7 jet skis behind it that you see. Half that's not even real, right? So why even subject yourself to that? Focus on what you have, be grateful that we can wake up. And how about last month I was in, before that, the Middle East is that they would love to be in America, wake up, be Jason Fricka, to have the freedom. So I tell people all the time, be amazingly grateful that you are in the place that you can choose what you want to do on a daily basis and be the people around. If you want to join Jason's podcast and join his community, that's a blessing in itself. And understand the opportunity that you have in your life every single day and make the most of it. And you're not going to find that on some Instagram or TikTok or whatever. You're going to find it in your community, local, state, country, global, through podcasts like yours, through I have a podcast, Euphoric Experience. We talk about things like this all the time, have guests on around the world. Um, but it's just, that you're not competing with all this stuff on Instagram or whatever, right? The top 5 influencers on Instagram, out of the top 5, 3 of them aren't real. They're computer generated uh, people. It's fake. The number one influencer is a woman out of Norway, and she's not even real. It's a computer generated, and they figured out all these people, that all the reasons why someone's an influencer and reaches all these people. They just put an algorithm together, and you think you're following an influencer and paying him for information. It's a computer, right? So my point is, be grateful, focus on the people around you, your friends, your family. That's ultimate health and wellness. And then build from there, and build on your biohacking skills that are around you on a daily basis.
Amazing. And I did not realize that about the influencers. I knew there's a lot of high-end influencers. They're deep fakes,
Yeah.
but did not realize that the top ones were. So that's mind-blowing to me. Now I gotta go search that a little bit after this. You just send me down a rabbit hole. Uh, but I just want to thank you so much for taking the time to be on here. Even though it's been a brief conversation, I've already learned a ton. There's a lot of steps I'm going to implement here immediately. I'm ex-military, so it's very easy for me to implement change. Also because I
Yeah.
didn't have a choice back then.
Well,
But
then being military is how amazing the opportunity is to serve your country, and then go out there and teach people about those things. You think you should, I don't know, listen to your podcast. I just came on, but to be able to, servicemen, we do a foundation in our company back to both first responders that are smoke jumpers, like fight fire wildfires, and to veterans. My dad was a ground corps Marine in Vietnam, like the real deal, right? Ground corps Marine in Vietnam. Doesn't get much more than that. So I appreciate all service members and people because it's just an amazing thing, and we should support them every way we possibly can.
thank you so much and love that. I definitely want to reach out to you after this. But with that, I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you, Rick, for being on this episode. For anybody tuning into this episode when it is released, thank you so much for the support. Please subscribe, leave a detailed review. Let us know what you liked, what you want to learn more about, because that's how we can really help you out. And that's how it really helps us out as well. And feel free to follow me on Instagram at Everyday Elevations if you want to get a little bit behind the scenes content and up to date things going on in my life for that matter, especially with the Ragbri race coming up. And also, I will be releasing a wellness diaries that will be coming on my website called everydayelevationspodcast.com, where we'll provide tips that we've learned from these episodes. So thanks again so much for taking the time.
Thank you.